From surgically modified bodies to becoming a millionaire in a day business, do we even know what's real anymore? Every day we are faced with the next best thing when we're just trying to become healthier, wealthier, and happy. What the fuck is real? What the fuck is true? What the fuck are you supposed to believe about yourself and your success while trying to build something that actually lasts? Welcome to What the Fuck is Beauty Anyway, the podcast. I am your host, Jen Carrasco, founder of Virago Studio, a fitness champion, IFBB pro figure competitor, a skincare line creator, and a serial entrepreneur. Well, and I'm an overall business coach. After years of building businesses from the ground up, I am here to help you with society's standards and, well, to use your beauty within to build something that is truly you and truly impactful. So now let's dive in. Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to WTF is Beauty Anyway. So I want to start this podcast off again. If you like what I give you, the value that I give you, please rate, please review, please share this. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today and going forward. I am going to ask you if you share my podcast on any of your social media platforms, I will reshare you and reshare your link and who you are and what you do and put you on all of my platforms because I want to thank you for sharing what I have and my gift that I want to give out to the world. So with that going forward, I want to thank you for always listening and always staying tuned and always loving the knowledge or the vision that I have that you inspire yourself from. I hope so, right? So please like, share, review. That's what gets me out there. And then if you repost me, I will repost you to say thank you. So today, we are going to go in and talk a little bit more on hormones. So we've been on the kick of the metabolism booster. And as many of you know, I have the program launching. It is actually fully launched now. It's ready to go. So if you want any help with that or you want a link, always DM me, find me, and I will shoot it to you. I am taking on 5 new clients absolutely free when you sign up for the program for some one-on-one coaching with me to launch this program because I want to see you succeed. That is the point of this. It's about no BS, teaching you what's real, giving you the truth, and making you succeed in your life and your fitness journey and your health journey in your reality. So today, let's dive in. We are going to talk about insulin. So insulin, let's see. Let's talk about, as I call insulin, your skinny blocker. Okay. So let me just put it out there for you one more time with a damn loud speaker. Do you want me to get my little bells and ring them for you? Being a chronic state of stress, which I have said over and over and over again in my podcast, affects your weight loss. Stress affects your weight loss. Let me say it again. Stress affects your weight loss, both directly and indirectly. Okay? By sending our bodies into survival mode. It is preparing yourself for the trauma that is going to be causing in your life. You are creating this in your mind, right? It is your survival mode. We have talked about this before, time and again. If you're new, if you're just tuning in today, listen back to my podcast. It goes over why we are gaining weight. It is going over why we can't get rid of our fat. It is our stress levels in our body, okay? Now, that I'm pounding this into your brain, hopefully we all get this. This will divert the body's system away from the essential daily functions needed to keep our metabolism and energy systems operating efficiently. Chronic activation of the stress response leads to illness, inflammation. I'm going to highlight this. Insulin resistance. Highlight. Insulin resistance. And ultimately resulting in an uphill battle to lose that weight. Okay? When our stress response is in full-fledged fire, our bodies and our systems shift gears. Okay? It shifts gears in order to channel more energy to those areas needed for immediate survival, such as sending glucose to muscles for quick energy and triggering the sympathetic fight or flight nervous system. Do you ever minute? Oh shit, there's a bear right there. Okay? Our bodies are constantly thinking we are in that mode. In turn, that energy is channeled away from other systems, including our digestive, hormonal, and our immune systems, leaving the body in a stressed and compromised state. I'm going to restate this because this is so important. I have many females and males contact me that they cannot lose weight. The number one thing is they are living in a stressed environment. In turn, the energy is channeled away from other systems, including our digestive system, hormonal system, immune system, leaving the body in a stressed and compromised state. So let's talk about insulin. Insulin is a fat storage hormone, okay? When you have insulin resistance or blocks, means your cells cannot absorb the extra blood glucose your body needs to generate from the food you eat. When that happens, your liver converts the glucose into fat. So, when you're eating something and your insulin resistance is blocked, that food is not converting into energy that you purposely need for your body. It's getting converted into fat, okay? Insulin resistance usually causes weight gain and sugar addiction. How many of you, raise your hand, I'm raising my hand, have little sugar cravings through the day, right? Look at your day and see why you're having that. Are you stressed out? Are you working on overload? Over a period of time, cortisol can reduce insulin sensitivity, causing insulin resistance and in turn requiring the pancreas to produce more and more insulin to control blood sugar levels. Insulin resistance is a precursor to diabetes, and the more insulin you have, the more fat is being stored in your body. Beyond the direct metabolic effects that stress has on our system, stress can also have an indirect effects on our behaviors that help or hurt our ability to maintain a healthy weight. So, we're going to talk about some supplements that I feel are beneficial. Okay, so let's talk about berberine. It is the most proven supplement to reset insulin and support weight loss in women. It activates as an important enzyme called AMP. So its nickname is a metabolic master switch. So my suggestion for you is to take about 300 to 500 milligrams 1 to 3 times per day. And it also works extremely well when you combine that with milk thistle. So again, how you spell that, it's BERBERINE. And you're going to do about 300 to 500 milligrams 1 to 3 times a day. And I would combine that with milk thistle. So it's really going to help to reset like your insulin, mainly in women, actually. So let's talk a little bit about, do you have insulin resistance? So let's talk. It's time to find out. There's a couple things that you can do to check out if you are insulin resistant. So a lot of my clients, I will send them to a doctor to get some blood test work and things like that. So then that way I know where they're at. But the first one is a blood test. The test for insulin resistant is not a test for glucose. Instead, it's a test for the hormone insulin, either a fasting insulin or an oral glucose tolerance test with insulin, otherwise known as a Kraft test. A glucose tolerance test is a test where you give a fasting blood sample and then drink glucose drink before giving 2 more samples at 1 and 2 hour intervals. If you're going to have this test, it is very important and more useful to have it with insulin so you can also see your insulin readings. A healthy fasting insulin should be less than 10 mLs 1 and 2 hours after a sugar challenge. A healthy insulin reading should be less than 60 ml. High insulin means you have insulin resistance. Measure your waist. This is an easy one to do at home. Insulin resistance can cause apple-shaped obesity. So the larger your waist circumference, the more likely you are to have insulin resistance. As a woman, your risk starts when your waist circumference is greater than 32 inches, 80 centimeters, okay? Smart tip for today. Here's a little tip. Tip. You don't have to be overweight to have insulin resistance, okay? I say that as an athlete because I know I've had insulin resistance and I was skinny as fuck during my competitions. You can have a normal BMI and still have elevated insulin, okay? So let's talk about how to reverse insulin resistance. Stop eating shit. Stop eating desserts. I hear this all the time, but seriously, be real to yourself, you guys. You need to live a life and enjoy moderately. Moderately, I've said this over and over. There are so many healthy options out there that will not make you pull your hair out, and literally because we all deserve a freaking treat. We all do. But honestly, you should stay far away from these factors below that I'm going to go through. I do not incorporate any of these in my life. And if I do fall off and have an occasional treat, I literally feel horrible. Like I preach, listen to what your body is telling you. Journal this shit down. Journaling at first has helped me understand my needs and my wants and how my body reacts to things. High dose fructose can induce fatty liver and insulin resistance. The simplest way to reverse insulin resistance is to stop eating desserts or dessert-like food. Again, my go-to, which I've always posted, is Lily's chocolate. If you want the link to Lily's chocolate, DM me. I will send it to you. It is phenomenal. That means no desserts, no cake, absolutely no fruit juice. I will have a cake or I will have a dessert before I have a fruit juice. No sweetened yogurt. I do no granola bars, no dried fruit, no dates, no agave, no honey, no natural fruit sugar, healthy desserts. I do have some Manuka honey every now and then, which is highly, highly beneficial. So let's talk about a supplement for you to take home. We've talked about 2 already. I'm going to talk about 1 more. This one is huge. I supplement with this all the time just because it actually makes my digestive tract regular, because I need the regularity. If not, TMI, I get a little constipated. So I'm high protein, high fat. I need magnesium. Magnesium is flipping huge for any of you guys, okay? Hands down. Magnesium is one of the best supplements. It helps with bloating. It helps with my regularity. And it is a key factor in maintaining insulin. Magnesium deficiencies may be a significant I can't speak today. A huge factor in insulin resistance. Fortunately, supplementing magnesium has been shown to improve insulin resistance and, in my savior, my regularity. So, magnesium has many nice side effects, benefits, including regularity, the HPA, which is discussed in cortisol adrenal. And I'll go over that a little bit more with you the next couple ones. It's huge in improving sleep. I highly recommend to take it actually at nighttime. Supporting progesterone, it curbs your sugar cravings, and it also reduces inflammation. So last but least, we're going to talk about exercise. So why do I enjoy sweating my ass off, right? Besides the fact that the most superior way to a healthy, glowy skin and a nice ass body is exercise, right? But it also helps to improve your insulin sensitivity in the muscles, both directly and by increasing the number of mitochondria, which are all parts of the cells that turn food into energy. I think of mitochondria as my little energy bugs, okay, that push me to get off my ass and put in some work. A healthy response to exercise requires sufficient dietary protein to build new muscle. We've discussed protein in one of my last podcasts. Tune into that and listen. It's highly, highly beneficial. So before I end today, I'm going to give you a little tip. Jen tip. Boss tip, right? Hormonal birth control prevents muscle gain. I am not one for hormonal birth control. I never have been, and I'm sorry. Not that everybody wants to wear a flipping condom, but I know the pull-out method doesn't necessarily work. Women want to get on something so they don't have babies, but hormonal birth control, it prevents a lot of muscle gain, you guys, and it causes a lot of insulin resistance. So that is my take on that. But that's why hormone birth control can cause weight gain. And it is actually really bad for PCOS if you do have that, which I know a lot of people do have that. So again, quick but sweet, talked about insulin, wanted to dive in a little bit deep on some of the supplements I use that are extremely beneficial. And I know I throw supplements out all the time because I literally have like a medicine cabinet of supplements. And yes, I take them all. I do because I want to be healthy. But again, if you guys like this, please like, review, share. And like I said before, if you share on any of your Instagrams, tag me, I tag you. It's like a networking thing, right? So with that said, you guys have a phenomenal week. I hope that this episode kicked your ass. You learned some knowledge. You can now get skinny as fuck or muscly as fuck, whatever you want to do. And make it a fabulous week, you guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks for turning in this week. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed this episode, and I hope you're feeling stronger mentally and physically and ready to kick some ass. As we navigate new society norms, business and beauty breakthroughs, make sure to always ask yourself, what the fuck is beauty to me? And know that's all that really matters. If you love this content today, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review. Follow me and get more info on how to work with me at jencarrasco.com. You can also find me on all of your favorite social media platforms. Now just remember, stay mentally tough.